Hello, my dear friends. I welcome you all to EduTap, and the RBI Grade B 2026 exam notification is out. With that, the form filling process has also begun. So, this is the first step towards your dream of becoming RBI Grade B officer, and doing it right is as important as securing a good rank in this particular exam. So this is exactly what we will be doing in this video. With respect to filling this form, you might be having a few questions also in your mind, like what are the prerequisites that you might be requiring before going for filling this particular form? Are there any common mistakes that people do that you must be avoiding? Is there any change in the form filling process in comparison to the previous years? Everything we'll be discussing in this particular video, where I will be filling this form live for you so that you can have a look at each and every step so as to fill this form properly. Okay, but before moving ahead, let me tell you that EduTap has come up with a wonderful guidebook which gives you information with respect to your preparation for the RBI Grade B exam. In this guidebook, you will be having the information with respect to the basic syllabus, what is the syllabus of this exam in each and every phase, also the questions, previous year questions since 2019, and what are the areas which are really important as far as the exam is concerned. Also, what are the sources from where you can properly prepare for this exam, and a step proper strategy that you can utilize so as to prepare for this exam. So do not wait, just download this book in a PDF format by clicking the link given in the description of this video. So let us begin. Here we will be discussing how are you going to fill this particular form. Are there any things that you need to keep in mind before moving to fill this form? Okay, the first step that you have to do is obviously open your browser, and there you will be typing RBI. Okay, I have already done that for you. Here you will see this page wherein you can click on opportunities at RBI. Once you have clicked on that, you will be reaching at this particular window. Okay, there you can see we have current vacancies, right? So once you click on current vacancies, you will be seeing these things: vacancies, call letters, results. So go for this tab wherein you can click on vacancies. Once you have clicked on vacancies, this entire window will be opened. Here you can see the notification which has been released on April 29, 2026. Just click on that notification, right? Click on the link and it will open into a new window. Here you will see all the details with respect to this particular notification. What you have to do is go here and download the PDF with respect to this particular notification. Okay, you can click on this and download the PDF wherein detailed information with respect to the notification is given. So we will download it. Once we have downloaded that, you have to carefully go through this, all of the details that are given in this particular document. Okay, so the basic part is done by us. If there are any things that you are filling apart from what I am doing in this video, you can once go through this particular document, confirm things, and then go for filling the particular form. Okay, so here as you can see, this document is pertaining to the 2026 RBI Grade B officer exam form filling process. Okay, so direct recruitment DR for the post of officers in Grade B, right? So this is what is the heading of this. So I hope you have already seen how many seats are available. All of that information is already known to you. What we will be doing over here is concentrating on the information that is relevant with respect to filling the form. Okay, so as you can see, the opening date for online registration of applications and payment of fees, intimation charges, etc. is 29th of April 2026. Okay, I would say it is better if you fill the form as early as possible so that you get whatever center you choose as far as your center is concerned with respect to phase 1, phase 2. Okay, so you will be getting nearest center most probably, right? So the probability is high. So for that sake, I would say it is better if you fill this form as early as possible, right? So that is the first thing that you need to keep in mind. Apart from that, the closing date is also important. May 20, 2026 is the closing date, 6 p.m. Till then you can fill this particular form, but my advice would be go for it as early as possible. As you know, the phase 1 exam is on June 13th, while the phase 2 is exam on 25th of July 2026. Okay, So these are the first things that you need to keep in mind, that what are the dates with respect to when the form is open and when it is going to close. You have to keep this in mind. Okay, even obviously if you miss the date, that would be a big blunder on your part if you are preparing well for the exam. Now moving ahead, if we see here, you can also apply in DEPR and DSIN, okay, which are specialized entries. If you are actually aiming to go into these departments, obviously you know that there is specific extra requirements that you need to have extra eligibilities, and I hope you must have seen all of those, and you can apply for that also. Okay, so that is one information that is given in this document also. Apart from that, many people are really concerned about what should be the age and what is the cutoff date with respect to the age. So you can properly see the fourth item as far as the list is concerned. Age limit is given in the eligibility criteria. Okay, so you can see you should be of 21, minimum and maximum 30 years of age as of 1st of April 2026, which means you should not have your birth should not be before April 2, 1996, right? Not earlier than April 2, 1996, and not later than April 1, 2005. So inclusive of these both birth dates, if your birth date is falling, you are definitely eligible so as to fill this particular form. Okay, so that regarding the age limit, keeping that in mind, you can just go ahead and see what are the other things that are required to have a look over here. So mode of application, obviously here is online. It is given over here. Candidates are required to apply online through the bank's website. The website is also given. No other mode of submission of application is available, right? So here brief instructions with respect to the online application form are given in this particular document. Also there is an appendix wherein you will be getting other instructions, and we will have a look at some of them. You can actually fill this form. Now moving ahead, if we see that if at all you are making a mistake in certain fields, not all, if you are making a mistake in certain fields, you are given an edit window. Okay, after the closing date you will be given this edit window, which is a period of 2 days. During these 2 days you can just edit what these details whichever are given over here. Like if you have given wrong exam center or you want to change that, you can do that. Medium of exam, father's name, mother's name, 10th or 12th percentage, these are the only things that you can change. Apart from that, every other detail will be logged. So please fill it very carefully, because if you give wrong information, obviously that might lead to cancellation of your candidature. We don't want that to happen, so that is why you can do this. But apart from that, if you are filling these things wrong, so you will be getting a edit window, which is a period of 2 days after the closing of this particular form. Okay, closing date of this particular form, and you can edit only these things. So please keep this in mind, that apart from this everything, I would say this also has to be filled. Ek baar bhar diya, that is the best thing, isn't it? So fill this also properly, and every other field has to be filled properly, and that is the requirement that you are actually viewing this video. If you need any help with respect to form filling or at any other stage, you can definitely go to this particular site and register your queries. This is what is given over here in the 16th item. Apart from that, if you have any other questions with respect to the form filling process, you can also let us know in the comment section of this particular video, and we will be answering your query with respect to filling this particular form. Do not worry, we are there with you. Apart from that, if you want to ask RBI itself something, you can go to this particular link, click on that and register your queries. Okay, so that is what you can do. Now moving ahead, if we see, if you are already working in a government sector, government owned industrial undertaking, public sector undertaking, financial institution, bank, right, public enterprises, or any other similar organization, that means if you are working in the government sector basically, then what you are required to do, because RBI itself is another government job, so obviously there are some prerequisites, right? So what is required? You have to submit an undertaking that they have informed in writing. That if you are filling the form, you have to inform in writing to the management in your particular office, and then only you can move ahead with filling this particular form. Okay, they should know that you are applying for the RBI Grade B exam prior to filling this particular form. Okay, about applying for the recruitment to their head of department or head of office. Later on, if at all there is any communication from your office wherever you are presently working, okay, if they communication is received at the bank from their employer withholding permission, they are not giving permission to you to actually apply or be a part of RBI. In that case, what is going to happen? Your candidature will be rejected or cancelled. So to avoid that, please see that you are actually, if you are working in the government sector, you are actually getting a written, you are intimating them in written format, and to whoever is your head of office or head of department, and then only you are moving ahead to fill this particular form and apply for the post of RBI Grade B officer. Okay, now moving ahead, here it is given that there are different categories with respect to the reservation that we know. There is no certificate that is asked right now as such. Okay, not at the exam centers or anywhere. Candidates are not required to submit along with their application. With the application, you are not required to submit any certificate in support of their claims like age, educational qualification, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBC, PWBD, EWS, all of these. But this, because these will be asked and verified at the time of the interview only. But what you need to keep in mind is that prior to filling this form, you should have a certificate ready in case you belong to SC, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, other backward class, physically disabled, EWS, etc. categories. Okay, in case the candidate belonging to these categories are not in possession of requisite certificate on or before closing date of the online application, they have to apply in the general category. This is what is given. Okay, it is not that you cannot apply, you have to apply in the general category if you do not have that certificate. And as we move ahead, you will see that this has been the trend always, that you have to enter the certificate number along with the date. So you should have that certificate ready with you if you belong to any of these categories. Okay, and what is the prescribed format of the certificate, what should be written on that, all of this is given as part of this document itself in the appendix 7. You can go there and have a look at all of that. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now as we move ahead, there are other things that are given to keep in mind. Candidates must note that the name, you should see that the name that you are entering in your application form online is totally matching, right, with all other documents, right, or at least with the whatever is your identity proof that you will be submitting over here. With that, it should definitely be matching. Okay, must note that the name as appearing on the admit card should exactly match the name as appearing on the photo identity proof, etc. that you will be carrying, right? So whatever photo identity proof you will be carrying to your examination hall, they with that photo identity proof, your name should be matching. Female candidates who have changed it first, middle, last name post marriage must take special note of this. Okay, they should keep this in mind. In case of candidates who have changed their name, they will be allowed only if they produce original gazette notification. Okay, a gazette notification or their original marriage certificate, affidavit and original together with the photocopy, etc. Only then you will be allowed, right, if you have changed the name in comparison to what is there on the photo identity proof. Okay, if there is any mismatch between the name indicated in admit card, photo ID proof, candidate will not be allowed to appear in the exam. Okay, there should not be mismatch between what name you are entering and your photo identity proof that you might be carrying and you might be uploading as part of this particular or giving as part of this particular form. Okay, so that is the thing, it should be matching the photo identity proof. That is the crux of it. Now moving ahead, whatever email ID, mobile number, all of these things you are giving, they should be active, and the bank will be communicating with you through those channels only. Okay, it is given clearly over here. The board does not send any communication through any other modes. Okay, so you should be very carefully entering email ID, mobile numbers which are actually active and working right now. Okay, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. Okay, apart from that, they have already made things very easy for you, wherein they have already given what are the prerequisites with respect to applying online, right? You need to have a scanned photograph ready with you in the JPG or other format. As we move ahead, we will see the formats also. Signature is also required. Okay, with black ink you have to sign. Then left thumb impression with black or blue ink, you have to get that left thumb impression also, right? A handwritten declaration, okay? Handwritten declaration should be with black ink over a white paper. What do you have to write as part of that handwritten declaration is that you will have to write all of these things as you can see over here, okay? I dash whatever is your name, right? You just write your name, no need to write name of the candidate again. I will show you also how I have done that, so it will be clear to you. Hereby declare that all the information submitted by me in the application form is correct, true and valid. I will present the supporting documents as and when required. Okay, so you will have to write this on a white sheet of paper, scan that, and you will have to upload that declaration. Okay, in your own handwriting you will have to write that. How do you have to write? In with black ink on a white paper. Even the signature with black ink you will have to do. Photograph with a light background, you will have to keep the size 4.5 by 3.5 centimeter. Left thumb impression should be taken right on a white paper, blue or black ink. Okay, so these are the prerequisites that you need. Apart from this, let me tell you, they also ask you to upload your SSC or matriculation certificate in PDF format. So just warning that you can keep this thing also ready beforehand before filling the particular form. Okay, your matriculation or SSC certificate also has to be uploaded in PDF format. Okay, so keep that thing also ready. Now here it is given that aforementioned handwritten declaration candidate should be in candidate's own handwriting and English only. Okay, if there is any visually impaired candidate who cannot write may get the text of the declaration typed. So if there is any visually impaired candidate, they can get the text typed, and then they can give put their left thumb impression over that paper where this text has been typed, okay, below the typed declaration, and upload the document as per the specifications. Okay, so you can do that also if you are a candidate who is a visually impaired candidate, right? So these are the prerequisites that you might be needing. Okay, now moving ahead with how are we going to fill this particular form. You can see over here, you can go to the bank's website, right? www.rbi.org.in. then go to opportunities at RBI, current vacancies, go to vacancies, and then click on the hyperlink online application form. Okay, this is what we have done to reach till here, so we are on the right track, and you can use the same method so as to reach to the online application form. Okay, now apart from that, these are the various things that you need to keep in mind as far as the photograph is concerned. It should be a recent passport size photo. It should be picture should be in color, light colored background, preferably white background should be there. Straight, you should look at the camera, not like this, not like that. Okay, you should straight away look at the camera. Picture is taken on a sunny day. Have the sun behind you or place yourself in the shade. You will have to keep this thing in mind. If there's a flash, red eye should not be there. If you wear glasses, then the glasses should not, glasses are allowed, but you should not have any reflections on the glasses. Okay, and your eyes can be should be clearly seen. You should not wear any cap, hat, dark glasses with which your eyes or any part of the face is not visible. Religious headwear is allowed, but it should not cover the face is given over here. The dimension should be 200 by 230 pixels, and 20 to 50 KB can be the size of this photograph image, right? So it should not be more than 50 KB, right? Apart from that, there is this feature of live photo capture. Okay, what happens here is you have to capture your photograph once you have uploaded the photograph, and other than that you have to capture your photograph live right there while filling the form. Okay, so that can be done if you have a webcam, then it will be done very easily. You will just see that webcam, the webcam will get activated, and you straight away look into the webcam, and then you can take the picture right away. And other than that, if you do not have the webcam, so what you can do is you can just scan. There will be a QR code given. With your phone, you can scan that QR code and a website will be opened, and from that, using your phone, you can upload the live captured photograph, and that will be uploaded into the form right away. Okay, so you can do that also. So this is a live capture photograph capture feature that you should be knowing about. and should be ready for that. Do's and don'ts of photo capture over here are: ensure that the photo is captured against a light colored, preferably white background, and there is adequate light. All of these things you need to keep in mind. Look straight. Passport size photo. What you should not do: size, small size photograph should not be clicked or uploaded. Okay, it should not be very small. Colored glasses, sunglasses, cap, etc. should not be worn. We have seen this. Shadow on face should not be there, facing not facing the camera, and the face is distorted, covered with mask or blurred image, etc. should not be the case. Okay, photo should not be taken in the dark. Apart from that, left thumb impression, whatever you are doing with respect to that, it should be done on a white paper. Let us say that a person, here if you see, left thumb impression on a white paper with black or blue ink can be done, right? And the declaration should be in English on a white paper with black ink. We have seen this. In any case, if here it is given that signed at the time of examination, applicant's signature on the attendance sheet or admit card signed at the time of the examination does not match with the signature that has been uploaded, the applicant will be disqualified. So signature should be same. Keep that in mind. There are different dimensions also that are given over here. Okay, so here you can see the scanned image of the signature. The maximum dimension should be 20 KB, right? And 50 KB for left hand thumb impression, handwritten declaration, maximum 100 KB. Keep that in mind. Okay, and signature should not be in capital letters and all. Keep these things in mind, right? So these are the things that you need to keep in mind while going for filling this particular form, right? I would also like to take your attention, if there is any candidate who is not having any left thumb, he or she may use his or her right thumb for applying. This is also given. Okay, so that thing is also given. If the person does not have the left thumb, so you can use the right thumb also in that case only, right? So these are the things, and with that let us move to fill this particular form very quickly. Okay, so how can you do that? You can just click on this online application form, and then you will be reaching a particular window, okay, which would look something like this, right? So here you can see this is the window from where you can register, number one, and also whoever is registered, they can log in, and there are different steps as far as filling the form is concerned. So you can go for doing one step by one step. Okay, so since we are starting to fill this particular form, you have to register. Okay, sir पिछले साल तो हमने भर दिया था, फिर register करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, तो click here for new registration. Here you will have to click, right? There is also another option given over here, that is you can log in for already registered candidate. So we are going to do a new registration. So go for click here for new registration. As soon as you click on that, you will see that there are six here different stages of filling the form. The first stage is you have to give the basic information. Photo and signature are to be uploaded. Details are to be given. Further details, you can go for a preview of your application form that you have filled. Then you have to upload other things, right? The declaration that you have. Apart from that, they will also ask you the SSC or 10th certificate in PDF format, all of those, and finally the payment is to be done. So these are the different steps. Now if we move ahead and have a look over here at this particular form, as you can see here, you have to give the first name, middle name, last name. So your name is to be given at the first stage. Then your information with respect to your mobile number, right, email ID with which proper communication can be done with you is to be provided, and finally you will have to give whatever security code you are able to view over here and go for save and next. With that, the first step will be done. Okay, so let me give all of these things over here. So I'm giving my name Surinder, and then if you have any middle name you can give that. So my name is Surinder Singh, so I am just giving Surinder and the last name Singh. So first name, you can see wherever the field is compulsorily to be filled, you have this red star mark. So it is a mandatory field to be filled. And as we have already read that the name entered here should match all of the things, right? All of the photo ID cards, etc. Okay, so you should keep that in mind. Name here on the online application form should match exactly in the requisite documents which you are going to provide at the time of interview, and at any stage it might be. You will be disqualified from the selection process if there is any discrepancy. Okay, if there is any discrepancy, then you will be disqualified. However, only 35 characters will be printed in your call letter. Might be having a large name, but only 35 characters will be printed. Okay, so that is the thing that you need to keep in mind. If you have a middle name, you can give that also. So I have given like that. And finally you will be getting this your name over here. Then you can enter your mobile number. I have blurred it, right, so that of course you can enter over here whatever is your mobile number. Then here you have email ID. You have to fill your email ID, right? Let's say xyz@gmail.com is your email ID. So just fill xyz over here, and then you can select the domain name from here. Okay, select the domain name. Let's say it is gmail.com. You select that. Then you will get the confirm. You have to confirm the email ID. Type it again over here. Finally, give the security code. As you can see, you have to give the security code over here and then move ahead, right? As you have given all of these things properly, now what you can do is go for save and next. Okay, so you can click over here. As you click on save and next, as I have done over here, you'll be getting this dialog box. Okay, it says, are you sure the details entered are correct? No change or edit of the application will be allowed later on. Okay, so be careful, see that all of these things are given in a correct manner, and then click OK. Okay, once you have clicked OK, you will reach this particular screen window. So here you can see the second stage, that is photo and signature are to be uploaded. But before that, there is this OTP verification done, so that whatever mobile number and email ID that you have entered is confirmed to be right and working and active, right? So for that, this compulsory verification is done. By completing the first step, you will be getting a registration number for yourself. Okay, registration number, and you'll be getting a password with which you can actually log in next time. So the completion of the first step is something wherein you have got yourself registered, right? Now even if you click on this red button, go out in between filling this particular form, it doesn't matter, right? Whatever say things you have saved, those will be saved. Okay, you have got a we can say dashboard of your own over here, and you can log in. So that is the thing. So photo and signature, you will have to verify your mobile number and email ID over here. So let's do that, right? So you'll see your mobile number, I have hidden that. So you can click on send OTP, then you will be getting an OTP over your mobile number. Okay, so let's click. So you will also have to enter this particular security code before going for sending this OTP, right? So fill this code and then go for clicking the send OTP option. Once you have done this send OTP, you have clicked the option, then you will be getting another small tab over here to enter the OTP that you have received. Okay, once you have entered that OTP which you have received on your mobile number, click on verify OTP, right? Let's do that. Once that is done, the mobile number is verified. This is confirmed over here. So mobile number is done. Similarly, you will have to go about with the email ID. Okay, you enter the email ID, click on send OTP, then you have to enter the OTP whatever you have received over your email ID. Once you click on verify OTP, each time you will have to enter this particular security code. Keep that in mind. Verify OTP, and after you have done that, if the OTP is right, both of the things will be verified. Mobile number verified, email ID verified. This thing will be shown to you, right? And apart from that, you have your provisional registration number and your password. Okay, so these will be confirmed and solidified once you have done the final step, that is payment. Okay, so this is the first step in photo and signature part. Now moving down, we can see that here you are required to upload your image, and there is another tab given over here wherein it is written as live captured image. Okay, so from here, if you click on this browse in this particular window, you will be able to upload your image. You should have this image with the proper we can say the size and all ready. Okay, you have various tools online so as to reduce, increase the size of the images that you have. So you can use those tools online, upload the images, or you can also, if you are thinking that is unsafe, you can just have some way wherein you are taking multiple images and getting to the right size. Okay, so that is on you how you are doing that. Get to the right size. If you are confused to what is the size to which I have to get this particular image, you can click over here, guidelines for scanning the photograph and signature. If you click on that, you will see all of the guidelines with respect to what should be the size and all. Okay, pixel sizes and everything, and you can actually set your photograph to that liking. Okay, so in that way you have to get this photograph done, and after that you will also have to upload this live captured image, right? So there are two options you can see over here: capture photo using web camera and scan QR code to capture the photo via the mobile. Okay, so if you click on capture photo over here, then your webcam will be activated, and immediately, of course, after uploading this image, you will do this. Click on capture photo. If you have a webcam, that will be activated and you can take the picture. Otherwise, you can just click over here, click here to scan. You will get a QR code, and if you scan it with your mobile phone, you will be able to take the photograph. Website will be opened and take the photograph, upload it right there, right? What is there below that, you will have to confirm it, and also upload the scanned signature. Again, if you have forgot or you do not know what are the guidelines which we have seen, you can click on this guidelines, click on that. Everything is provided very wonderfully over here, so you can just click on that and see what are the guidelines, get the images to that size, and then move ahead with uploading that particular signature. Okay, and then confirm it. So these are the two stages. So let us start doing that. So here is my wonderful photograph. I have uploaded it. Okay, and you have to keep in mind there is a small catch over here also. I will show that to you, that in the name of this particular file, there should not be any spaces or extra special characters, etc. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. Spaces should not be there in the name of this particular file. The file name also should not be proper, should be proper. Okay, only then the uploading will be happen. I will show you how as we move ahead. Then as we move ahead, we can see here I have uploaded my image, and the next step is to go for the live captured image, right? You can click on capture photo or click on click here to scan. If you click on that, you'll get a QR code. So I have used the QR code method, and I have taken a picture of myself with the mobile phone. Okay, so this webcam facility is not available, so I have done this. So after that, you will be clicking over here, I confirm that this is my valid photo, and also agree to the above mentioned note. Okay, so you will click on that. Once that is done, go for uploading the signature. Once you have properly uploaded the signature, and let me tell you that all of these should be in the JPG or JPEG formats, as the format is also given in that document we have seen. So you have uploaded the signature. I have shown you only half of it, blurred the rest so that you get an idea. And also click on I confirm that this is my valid signature. Okay, once you are done with that, you can just click next over here to go to the next step. As you have clicked next, you will have to give the further details now. Okay, there are two parts. One is the basic details. Over here you will have to give, first of all, as you can see, with respect to which post you are applying, what is the reservation category that you want to avail, all and you have obviously, right? And after that, you will have to give information with respect to your qualification, experience, languages that you know. Okay, so first of all, let us have a look at the first part, right? Basic information that you have to give, basic details that you have to give. As you can see here, you will have to give the information with respect to the post. If you have selected any of these, right, reserved categories, so you will have to give the name of the number of the caste or income certificate with which you are availing this particular benefit. Okay, so here you will have to give that number, also give the exact date that is printed. So all of these things mandate that you actually already have a certificate ready with you. Okay, a latest certificate ready which is valid, that you should have with you. Okay, this is something that you need to keep in mind as the first part. So here you can see that if you go for the drop down box, you can just see you can apply for officers in grade B, DR, direct recruitment, general, and then there is DEPR, Department of Economic and Policy Research. There is DSIM, which is Department of Statistics and Information Management. Okay, so you can click on any of those. So in my case, I'll be clicking on this officers in grade B, DR, general. Okay, so whatever you want to fill the form for, you can go for that. You also are required to give other information with respect to disability over here, right? There is other information with respect to disability, whether you need the assistance of a scribe. Okay, you will have to give the information with respect to the scribe also. You have to give the name of the scribe, photo, ID card, and all of that. Okay, of the scribe also, right? Apart from that, whatever further qualifications you have, like if you have any MPhil qualification, PhD qualification, you will have to give the information. Do you fall under any ex-serviceman, right? If you are under that category, you will have to select that. And also here, have you rendered at least 5 years of military service, right? So you have to enter that. Are you Reserve Bank of India employee already, right? So you will have to enter things related to that. Do you have experience as an officer in scheduled commercial bank or other entities that are given over here? You will have to enter information yes or no, and then give the experience, right? Do you possess a master's degree in research or teaching, right? Indian Foreign University Institute, you will have to give that information also. Moving ahead, whether you are employed in a government service, yes, whether you have, see, they are asking if you have informed in writing to your head or not. This information is very much important. Okay, in case, as we have read already, if there is a communication received that we are not allowing, your candidature will be cancelled. And if you are an ex-employee of any banking institute whose services had to be terminated for reasons of economy, etc., you will also have to give the information with respect to that. Obviously, most of you might not be having these things ticked yes. So the main thing over here is, have you appeared in the phase 1 exam before? If you have appeared, yes. If you are right, giving it for the first time, no. And if you have appeared, this thing will also activate how many attempts you have given previously. You will have to give the information on that. Then here, Aadhaar verification. So if you want to allow the board so as to verify your Aadhaar, and you want to give the Aadhaar number, you give consent for that, because obviously this cannot be forceful, compulsory field. It is not a compulsory field, but giving consent, whether you are giving consent to provide your Aadhaar number or not, is something that you can choose. So consent to Aadhaar verification, if you feel yes, you can give the Aadhaar number. If you feel no, right, you can avoid that. Okay, so you can see Aadhaar number, PAN card number are not compulsory fields. So if you want, you can give, otherwise you can leave it. Okay, nationality over here, if you have, I would suggest, if you can, you can give that. Nationality over here, obviously you can select, obviously Indian or whatever you are. Then next thing that you have to fill over here is which centers you want to give this phase 1 exam. So there are 4 preferences that are asked to you over here within for the state or UT, and within that state, what are the centers where you want to give the exam. That preference also you can give. I'll show you one by one. Apart from that, you can fill the same thing for DEPR, DSIM if you are giving that exam also. Next, along with that, for the phase 2 also, there are certain limited centers where you can give the phase 2 exam. So that also, for that also, you have to give the 4 preferences. Moving ahead, here you also need to give the medium of the written exam. Okay, whether it is English, Hindi, whatever. Then the date of birth related information you have to give. Gender, all of these. Twin sister do you have, are you married, unmarried, father's, mother's name, if you're married, spouse name also, and your address for correspondence. Okay, you will have to give the address over here. And if your address for correspondence, what is address for correspondence, is that presently where you are living or residing. And if that is the same address as your permanent address, you might be having a home in your village or somewhere where it is like you have bought a house, or that is a permanent address. You keep going in your vacations, and that is a permanent location. You have come out for job or other study purposes, so that is a correspondence address. Okay, so you can give that. So let's say you are living in X city, and your home has been, your schooling, everything has happened in X city only. Okay, so your correspondence and permanent address can be same, so you can click on this same as address of correspondence, and then go for giving your bank details. Okay, so these things I have also given. So as you click over here, the first thing, officers in grade B, DR general, when you select that, you will be getting this information. Okay, please indicate your category correctly in the online application form. No change in category will be permitted after submission. Okay, so let us say you are selecting SC. So in that case, these fields get activated. You will have to give the number and date. If you are, I have selected, let's say general UR, so these are not activated. Apart from that, disability related, I will be giving no, right? And MPhil, other things, right? Do I have a MPhil qualification? I don't have, so no. If you have, you can give yes and give details related to that. And then PhD qualification, no, right? Then if I talk about ex-service men, if you are, so with that also you can give yes or no, whatever is relevant to you. In that way you can just fill all of these. I have already explained. And moving ahead, government service, quasi government organization, where do you work, yes or no, you can fill that also over here, right? And if you're an ex-employee of banking institution which was required to be terminated, just go for yes, otherwise give no. Now the main part here is whether you have given phase 1 exam previously or not. So let's say I have given. So here if I just go for yes, let's say you have not given, then you can go for no, right? And if you say yes, then this will be activated and you have to give how many attempts you have given for this exam. Then if you want to give the Aadhaar number, you give the consent for Aadhaar verification, you can go for yes, otherwise no, it is up to you, right? So I have given my Aadhaar number. If you want to give, you can give your PAN number also. So you can do that. Now nationality, Indian or others, you can select Indian. And here you can give the centers. Okay, you can see a whole lot list of states are given over here. UTs are given over here, names. So you can select whichever is the first preference for you. So please remember, first preference is where you have the highest probability to get the center to attempt this particular exam. So please give these preferences very carefully. Okay, although it is given that you'll be getting a window where you can change, but let's say you forget there at that time, then obviously it will be a problem. So give this properly. Wherever you have the highest probability to give the exam, you are at that place during the time of phase 1, then you give that center. Okay, so I have given that. Here you will be getting one drop down again. Let's say I give Chandigarh, and then you'll be getting a drop down, and from there you can actually select the various places where you want to give the exam in that particular state or UT. Then you give the second preference where you have the next level of probability to give this particular exam. Let us say I give Punjab, and here I am selecting, let's say, Patiala. Okay, so here third preference where you can still go Haryana. Let's say I am selecting Ambala. And then let's say I select fourth preference as Himachal Pradesh, Bilaspur, Hamirpur, whatever is best for you. Okay, in the same way you will have to give the centers for phase 2 also. You can see there are limited options over here. You can select whatever you want. And finally give the medium of written examination. Then give the date of birth, properly fill the date of birth. The day has to be filled over here, month, whatever is the month, right? June, January, February, whatever. And then the year has to be filled. Okay, you have these options for the year 2005 to 1996. If you fall within these, you can fill the form, otherwise no. And once you have done that, you will be getting the number or age in years, months and days till now. Okay, so that is given. And then gender, you have to fill obviously the other information. If you have any twin brother, sister, marital status. Once I have filled unmarried, see the spouse name is actually deactivated. Then give the father's and mother's name, right? I have blurred it, but yeah, you can give over here maximum 35 characters. Moving ahead, you can give your address where you are living presently, that is address of correspondence. And then if it is same as a permanent address, right, so you can just select this particular thing. In my case, let's say it is same, so I have selected this, and the same details will be filled. You will not be required to fill it again. Then here they are asking, choose the address for invoicing, where you want to, when you will be paying, and you will have GST, you will have to pay the GST also, right? So that GST invoicing will be done to this particular address. Okay, so Once you select, like let's say I select the correspondence address, and then you will be uh, charged the rates as per that particular state or UT. Okay, so my GST invoicing is, let's say, with respect to Haryana. Then I am also filling the bank details. Here I have given the bank details, the account holder name, then the bank account, confirm the bank account number, right? Bank account number, and then confirm it. Bank and bank branch, which kind of an account it is, IFSC code, all of these details you have to give. And finally, the application fee or intimation charges will be displayed. Okay. After this, what you have to do is go for validating your details. Okay. Click on this thing as you go there. You will have to click on validate your details. Like if there is any issue with respect to the form. Okay. So that will be shown and you can make the corrections over there. Now, once you have validated, once you have clicked on that, you will be getting this particular thing verified successfully. That means everything has been entered properly. So you can move ahead, right? You can click on save and next and move ahead. Now you will have to give your qualification or experience language related details. So this details part is something that is slightly lengthy, right? So yeah, you will have to give these details over here. Then the first thing that is being asked over here, do you have an integrated or dual degree? You will have to fill this yes or no, whatever is apt for you. Okay, and then fill the details. You can see right from SSC 10th standard, 12th HSC equivalent, then graduation if you have any post graduation, and other degrees. If you want to give any other professional qualification related information, you can go for that. Okay, what all you will have to give over here is the subject stream, name of board, university, institute, date of passing, percentage of marks, class, grade, everything that you have secured you will have to enter. Okay, so let's say I say no, and then this is the thing. Let me just show you what all are the details that you will have to give over here. Do you have any prior knowledge, operating knowledge of computers? Okay, so if you have read related to computers, studied related to computers in your previous days, right? Like in your 10th standard, 12th standard, or in your graduation, you can give the information over here. Or if you have any operating knowledge, you keep working on the computer, you can give details related to that. Okay, and then you will have to give details with respect to the work experience, right? Wherein you will give the information of the present employer wherever you are working, right? Then are you presently working there or not, you will give that information. And then previously where you have worked, you can keep adding fields over here. If you click on, let's say presently wherever you are working, you have given the information, the designation, total period of service, nature of duties, reason of leaving, all of these things, although not compulsory over here, right? So you can see what all you want to fill. You fill all of those. Work experience if you want to fill. Now if you want, you can also add more work experience. It is better if you give the full information. That would be the best thing, right? So you can go for that. And here, once all of these fields are filled, your total work experience in years, months will be displayed. Then finally, whatever languages, like 3 languages, any 3 languages, or that which you know, you can fill them. Whether you know to read the in that language, write, and speak also, you can give the preferences, right? So yeah, you can fill all of these. So let us go ahead and start filling. I have said I have no dual degree. If you have any dual degree, integrated degree, you have done like MBA, many people do, so you can select yes. Okay, if not, you can go for no. SSC 10th standard, here you will giving all the subjects, the most important subjects. Okay, because like I have also read in ICSE syllabus, I have so many subjects, I had so many subjects in my 10th standard, but give the most important subjects, if because the character space is not there. So most important subjects, whatever you feel, you can give over here. I have given English, Hindi, social science, maths, etc. So you can give the board here. That is the best thing to do. ICSE, CBSE, whatever it is for you, or SSC, state, if it is state board, right? Date of passing, it will be there on your certificate. See that date and properly give the date over here. Okay, so full date will be asked, date, month, year. So I have blurred it, but yeah, you can give it. Then the percentage of marks, and let me tell you, here people do a slight mistake and it can delay your form slightly. That is, you give the percentage in 2 decimals. Okay, like if it is 84.92, so give 84.92 full in 2 decimals, right? Till 2 decimals you have to give this percentage of marks, and then select whatever was the grade, first class, second class, third class, whatever. Then similarly for 12th class, all the details are to be given, graduation, post graduation, whatever is relevant to you. Okay, so here as you move for graduation, you will have a whole lot of list of bachelor's degrees, right? So in my case, let's say it is BTech, and if you have in which stream or subject you have done that particular bachelor's degree, if you find that over here, then it is well and good. If you do not find it, go for others, and then you will have to enter, type yourself what is that field in which you have done this. Okay, then apart from that, the name of the university you can fill over here. Okay, uh, let's say I have filled it, and then date of passing you can give whatever is the percentage of marks, what is the class, okay, of your marks, you can just give that with which you have passed. Then if you have any post graduation degree, you can go for filling that master's degree, the entire list is there, and then the same way you will have to fill this also. Then go ahead and give these details, right? Whether you have a operating knowledge of computers, most of you of course you will have an operating knowledge of computers, you can give the details. If you had the subject in your like 10th 12th or in your graduation, you can give that. Okay, otherwise also if you know how to work on computer, you can just give the details with respect to that. Yes, I can do the basic working over the computer. Okay, so most of you will fill yes, since I had a subject in my graduation, I have given that. Then if you want, you can give the work experience. Let's say I have given the work experience over here. Okay, presently I'm working and I have given information with respect to that, and yeah, you can move ahead in that manner. Now finally you will have to fill the languages that you know, like I have filled English, and then whether you can read, whether you can write in that particular language, whether you can also speak in that particular language, you will have to fill all of that. Okay, so English, Hindi, and one more language if you know, you can go for that. Okay, and give information whether you can read, write, and speak in that particular language. You can select these buttons over here and then change that. Okay, in that way, once you have done the filling, you can go for validate your details. So here you can see what mistake I had done was I did not give the marks while filling my form in two decimals. Okay, there should be 2 digits after decimal for SSC or 10th standard percentage of marks. Okay, so this is something that you need to keep in mind. You should give 2 decimal places after the percentage of marks. Okay, if you have a CGPA converted to percentage, I hope you have the formula for that, and then give that details, right? So that is the thing. Once that is done, you can go for clicking finally validate your details. Once it is validated, you will get this message, verified successfully. Click on OK. Okay, and move ahead, save and next, and move ahead. So it will show you the entire form. A preview of the form will be given, and once that preview is actually taken, right, once you have to check everything properly over here, and after you have checked everything, then you can move ahead with the particular form, right? As you move, you will be seeing that the application fees or intimation charges over here will be shown as unpaid. It should be shown as paid, right? Only then you can move ahead. So it will be shown as unpaid. And check your educational qualification related information, right? Then check if you have given any work experience related, that also, all the details will be given over here. Check them properly, and your signature, everything. So once you have done all of this, click on I agree. Click on this thing and read this. I hereby declare that all the statements made in the application are true. Okay, so you are giving a declaration, so click on I agree, right? With this, your registration part is done. Okay, you have registered. So you can, once you have done this, click on complete registration, and you have checked this, you have clicked on complete registration, and you'll be getting the screen. On completion of registration, no changes of data already entered will be permitted. Okay, except during the 2-day edit window, you will not be given any chance of making any changes. So please verify this. If you are doubtful, you can just click on back and move back and make changes in the things that you have entered. Okay, if not, you can go ahead. After completion of registration process for document upload and payment process, that will actually complete the process, isn't it? So you just click on OK. Okay, you will proceed for document upload and payment process. So these are the 2 steps that are left as far as filling this form is concerned. So now you will have to upload your rest of the documents. What are those? Left hand thumb impression, right? So what I had done was over here, while uploading the thumb impression, what I did, I named the file as thumb space 1. Okay, so this is a wrong way of naming. You can see file name space is not allowed. Okay, it is an invalid file name, or sometimes the extension might not be correct. Okay, so that, so I found out that the mistake was that I have named it in a wrong way. Okay, so I corrected it. There should not be any spaces as far as your as the name of your file is concerned, so you should be careful with that also. Okay, once you are done with that, your thumb impression that you have given, that will be shown in this manner. If it is fine, you can click on OK, and also you can upload in the same manner the declaration. Okay, so the next field is declaration over here. So over here, clicking over here, you can just upload the declaration. They also ask you over here SSC 10th class certificate, although it is not compulsory to be uploaded, but if you want, you can upload that also in the PDF format. So since mandatory star is not there, you may avoid, but you can upload that also. Then finally, here they have given I agree to connect to DigiLocker to fetch my details. Okay, so if you have a active DigiLocker already, right, you have uploaded your documents in the DigiLocker, so you can click yes. I do not have a DigiLocker activated, so I will be going for no. If you have, you can just click yes. It is not compulsory. Of course, you will have to choose yes or no. That is compulsory, but yeah, if you have, you can connect. Now you will have to enter the security code and go for save and next once if you want to upload this. If you want to upload the certificate, it will look something like this. Okay, once you have uploaded it, 10th class certificate, you can move ahead. Okay, fill this and go for save and next. Once you have clicked on save and next, you will be reaching the last step. Okay, are you sure the details entered is correct? No changes or edit of application will be allowed after final submit. Okay, if yes, click OK, otherwise click cancel. So if everything is fine, you feel, go for OK. Okay, and move ahead, and then the payment screen will appear. Okay, so you will have to enter the security code over here. You can check the amount that you have to pay and then go for submit. Okay, it varies, so you can just check the amount. Enter all of these things, so I'll click on submit over here. Once you go for that, there's another prompt. Click on OK if you finally want to submit it. Then finally give the details with respect to how you want to go for paying. Okay, let's say you want to go for net banking, credit, debit card, UPI, wallet, all these options are there. Okay, so let's say we go for the UPI. That is the most prevalent method of payment. Once you click on that, you'll be getting a QR code which you can actually scan and make the payment. Okay, once you have scanned, made the payment on your mobile, then you will get this particular screen. Right on this screen, you can see, you will see success, right? Transaction acknowledgement, you will see success. You can print this for proof. Other than that, you will have to further, once you have done this, you will reach this particular page. Then you will have to re-login. Okay, so you'll just close all of that and come to the website in the manner I said already. Right, go to RBI and then there go to the opportunities, vacancies, click on that and come to this particular page. Right, once you come over here, what you can do is now you need not go for click here for new registration. Now we can just go for login for already registered. Right, you will click on this and then you will get this particular window. Fill the registration number over here, fill the password, whatever you have received. You will receive this on your mobile and email also. If you do not remember this, then you can check from there also. Do not worry, do not panic. Right, give this security code and click on submit. So once you are done with that, do check the status on your form whether it is showing paid or not. Okay, so it will show something like this, paid, in your particular form. Then you have successfully made the payment. And finally, we are done with our form filling process. I would like to tell you that all of this, I hope, has helped you in understanding what are the various steps that you need to take with respect to the form filling process. With this, I wish you all the best. Apart from that, if you have any question with respect to the form filling process, please let us know in the description, in the comment section, right? And I would like to tell you, to help you out in your preparation for the RBI Grade B exam, EduTap has come up with wonderful courses for you. You can visit edutab.in From there you can go for the RBI courses. Okay, go click on courses. Here if you go ahead and see RBI Grade B courses, click on that, and once you have clicked on that, you will see this particular page. Scroll down and then you will see our wonderful live crash course which you can be part of. Okay, this live crash course, we have live classes running now. The classes for phase 1 have started, phase 2 finance classes have started, so you can be part of them and very wonderfully prepare for both the phases, phase 1 and phase 2. Here you have live classes, summary sheets, wonderful mind maps, you have MCQs for practice, everything that you might be requiring with respect to your exam. Apart from that, you can also visit our website, and from there you can definitely opt for other courses which are a gold and silver courses. Okay, you also have test series. If you think that you are very well prepared for the exam, you just need to give the test, you can go for a test series also. Right, with this I wish you all the best for your preparation. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have any issue, any query with respect to your form filling process, please let us know in the comment section. All the best. Thank you so much.